I caught this scammer stealing $10 million. Yes, we are talking about none other than Mashinsky, the founder, CEO. Is he still a CEO of Celsius? And I think this is an important topic because I'm going to be showing you some relevant information, like all other founders. Kwon, we got Daniel from Wonderland, we got the founders of the Three Arrow Capital, literally similar style of Kwon. All right, so ladies and gents, I'm going to be playing this video because CoffeeZilla does an amazing job in researching, and literally earlier today he released a video on SafeMoon. Guess what? Same deal. The founders are the one who makes the significant amount of money, right? But not legitimately, literally by scamming and being early, but also at the same time giving you the fake hopiums so they could actually liquidate, and while you end up holding bags. All right? And this is a pattern I've noticed in the most top level projects. Okay? So my question to you people, before I begin this, start playing this video, when you invest in a project, right? Whatever, of course, treating every 99% out there in crypto is kind of scam, right? But when you invest in it, what's the deal? Do you ape in because of the high APR? Because people have different ways and strategies, right? So my thing is, what motivates you to buy into a project? It's money at the end of the day, right? But at the same time, if you are planning to put about a significant amount of money, your life savings, you need to do a lot of research on the founders. Okay, you want to know their background, right? If they're doxed or undoxed or whatever it is, right? I haven't seen many people, serious OG investors, who would put $100,000 or even $1 million into a project without completely knowing about the founders or the CEO or the team members behind the project. Okay, and like I said, similar pattern. Look at Terra Luna. Okay, so actually let's play this, and then there's some. And what Chrissy Mashinsky? She was dumping $2 million, and literally they were selling a T-shirt. So you liquidate your positions, and now literally you're trying to monetize on the plebs by selling merch, which says unbanked, unbankrupt yourself. Irony, guys. He probably just wanted his own $10 million studio. Sure. Some of the comments are actually legit. Check this out. This one. Illegally withdraws over $2 million from other people's accounts, along with psycho husband and co-workers. Everyone else goes broke, company goes bankrupt, sells t-shirts and merch, telling said broke customers to bankrupt themselves. And this is what we see in the society. And it's just happening, crazy, right? So let's play this video, and then I want to talk about a little bit of other stuff, right?
Con man in the eyes of the public overnight. And from the outside looking in, it's strange because every single thing that person has ever said or done is suddenly cast in a new, much more sinister light. The only comparison I can really think of is Jared Fogle from Subway. I mean, all those times he took his pants off and paraded them in front of the children, how did we not see this as a sign? It's like looking at one of those white and gold dress optical illusions. Suddenly you see it as, black and blue, and you wonder, with this sudden shift, it's so quick that you're like, how did I ever see he did? Because we already have talked about it extensively. However, there's a lot of new news to cover. For one, Alex Mashinsky stepped down as the CEO. For two, we found out they
so he did step down. Yeah, good. Of course.
We know the customer funds are still frozen, but the real new evidence coming out that, in my view, takes Alex Mashinsky from being a salesman who, basically overpromised to being a full-blown criminal who should be in jail. It just recently happened. Although I need to make a disclaimer that this is, of course, my opinion that he's a criminal. He has not been formally charged. Although I think a lot of you will share my view once I get through explaining this. Here's how it happened. 4 days ago, we got a report from the Financial Times, a scoop that Alex Mashinsky may have withdrawn $10 million off Celsius ahead of freezing customer accounts and ahead of the bankruptcy. This obviously would be very significant and very suspicious. But of course, I wanted to wait until this was confirmed by formal bankruptcy documents, and it was. In bankruptcy court, Celsius was required to disclose what their executives did leading up to bankruptcy. What we found
outgoing.
In the month of May, the month before they froze withdrawals and declared bankruptcy, Alex Mashinsky and other key executives in Celsius withdrew nearly $17 million from this platform. Alex himself withdrew $10 million of that. Chrissy, his wife, withdrew $2 million. Remember, she's the one who said unbankrupt yourself.
Can you believe this?
To that effect, which is a level of irony that I simply do not have the time to unpack right now.
But
suffice to say,
these people need to be punished to the next level.
Now, okay,
should be set an example.
Why can't they withdraw all this money from their own platform?
And Kwon is on the run.
Celsius is
same issues.
Suffering from a bank run.
Three Arrows Capital. What happened?
Instead of acting as the captain going down with the ship, Alex Mashinsky instead basically did the analogy equivalent of jumping in a lifeboat. But what's worse, he actually did this while deliberately lying to the people on the boat.
Yeah, that's manipulation and worst.
To ensure his own safety and ensure that he had a lifeboat to even get on. Because, as the analogy goes, lifeboats were in short supply. They didn't have the money. But let's dig deeper than that. Because if we look at the bankruptcy filings, we can get an entire history of Alex Mashinsky's transactions, which is important to prove motive. After all, if he was always withdrawing funds, it wouldn't be anything out of the ordinary. But as you can can see on this fourth column, which is type,
Look.
incoming or outgoing from Celsius, Mashinsky's pattern was that he only really sent money
And
to
you can
Celsius
hide
and
stuff
did
on the
most of his money
blockchain,
there
man.
on
How
platform,
dummy.
which is consistent through 2021 and early 2022 until March 17th, when Mashinsky starts his first outgoing withdrawals from the platform. Now, at first, it's only $100,000.
Taking out money.
However, this pattern drastically changes once again
Steady.
in May
Huh?
after the Luna crash, when the markets are in turmoil, and Celsius realizes they're insolvent. Now, to understand the true scumbaggery of this whole thing, let me show you what Alex was saying
Scumbaggery.
publicly before I show you what he was doing privately.
And I continue to hodl. It's not like I've changed my position. I didn't sell my Bitcoin. I didn't sell my Ethereum. It's not like one of us is smarter than everybody else. And they're
What?
sitting on the sidelines while the rest of us are taking a beating.
Now look, there is a lot here to unpack. From the phone number on screen, 1866
Unbelievable.
HODL now, to his shirt saying that banks are not your friends.
It tells you to
incredibly
hodl
strong
so he
claim
can
that he's not
liquidate.
secretly sell it. In fact, he's buying. He's bullish, right? You should be bullish to all of this to a
Oh my
reasonable
God,
investor. Conveys
that's
the idea that
fraud.
we're all in this together. This is some choppy water, but we're going to get through it, right?
I've
Don't
talked
have to
about this
buy
one
wraps, it's fine. There's
insider
no
on
iceberg
MMM
ahead.
Finance. You
Now,
sure
with that in
know.
mind, I want
They
you
did
to
the
now
same
look at
thing.
what
They said they were
he
buying, they were
on
literally
his
liquidating.
He was privately withdrawing nearly all
what's
his
going
crypto
on and on?
from the platform. $10 million.
By the way-
Proof that no, that's not true. He was deliberately lying, because we're going to look at what Alex said only a few days after jumping ship, right? So we're looking at before he jumped ship and after. This is from May 20th, and it is stacked.
Right? We didn't sell. We didn't bail out. We didn't go and look for another job.
Look,
We're in it for the long term.
he's
As we've said, we've
lying
done several of
on
these
your
winters,
face.
and we're still going to be here.
Still, he's
several
out
years
there.
from
I don't
He's
know what
gonna
to
be
say.
here.
I'm blown away. Alex Mashinsky lying through his teeth. And what this all shows is that there is strong evidence that Alex knew Celsius wasn't going to be around in several years, even though he said he thought it was. Because if you thought your company was going to be around in 7 years, or several years, the
Yeah,
last thing
I
you
need
do
to
is withdraw,
touch on
because
this point
Celsius's
as well.
entire problem, remember, is immediate liquidity. They didn't have enough money on hand. So if Alex truly thought and believed what he said he did, which is that it was going to last several years, the last thing you would do is withdraw critical funds exactly when you need them. So this fact that he was secretly withdrawing means that he knew he was lying
He
to
knew,
investors,
yeah.
and the company was about to go under for good, and he was trying to save himself. I mean,
Unbelievable.
pretty sure he didn't even call 1866
Kwon
HODL now.
did the same shit.
Okay, that's bad joke. But
I
on
don't
a
know,
serious
man.
note, this just made me so angry that I decided I wanted to help, and I wanted to use these exact transactions and transfers in order to try to correlate them to on wallets. Let me explain. I cross-referenced Chrissy Mashinsky's
So
May
there you
31st
go,
withdrawal
$2.4 million,
Celsius
and
tokens
he
against
literally
all of
shared
Celsius's hot wallets, and found that
Chrissy
on that day,
Mashinsky's
there's only
secret
one
crypto
similar
wallet.
transaction
You can literally
within
plug that on the
Celsius.
Ethereum
Trace
scan.
went, it
Either
goes to
scan,
a
you can
wallet
see all the
already
transactions.
associated with
I'm not gonna
Alex
dig deeper on
Mashinsky.
this
He
right
literally
now.
funded it with Ethereum initially, and this is where $2.7 million.
All right, that's it. So here's my take on this, okay? Let me just give you a few examples right now. Think about this. Wonderland Time. I'm not sure if you are aware. I covered it. Wonderland Time had the significant APR on Avalanche, right? Daniel Sestagali, the founder, the developer. Yo, these people are always sorted out, right? He was partner. Once people found out that the treasury was managed by Sifu, Michael Patryn, right? They have positioned themselves from the beginning that they could always exit before any one of you people. So at the end of the day, if you look at Wonderland Time, right, most people, retailers, they lost money. Versus if you look at who actually made the most money, the developers. Where are they right now? Well, they're actually coming back with some other projects. And nowadays, people could just start an anon team, literally, start this crazy Ponzi farms or whatever. And man, it's insane. If you look at Terra Luna, Kwon again positioned himself before anything else. So they knew if the whole protocol collapses, they're the first one to exit. And this is exactly what even this dude did, like Mashinsky. He was deliberately lying to the people and giving them fake hopes that everything's gonna be fine, all right, while freezing their account. But he was able to take out and dump his position before anybody else could. That is insanity, right? Literally taking the boat first for yourself and your family. And people are so fucking greedy. If you look at even the Three Arrows Capital, right? Zusu, man, Kyle, they would do whatever to make. First of all, they have this $100 million yacht or whatever shit, right? But then if they had a chance to even squeeze that extra 1 million, which would even benefit a couple of retailers, maybe they would, go to whatever extent to actually get that money. And I'm seeing this everywhere. Look at Terra Luna. Look at talk about Wonderland Time. Look at this Celsius, right? Then you have Safe Moon. Literally, he covered Safe Moon earlier today, talking about how the founder literally is trying to sue him, but dumped millions of dollars of token and has millions of dollars of real estate somewhere. So guys, what's happening? And I'm not gonna even point fingers right now, but I do talk about a lot of influencers, right, who are pretty shady. If you see anybody who runs a project, find out the tokenomics, because these guys get their friends early into the protocol, right? The VCs, and they position themselves in such a way that if anything happens, whatever breaks down first, they're the ones who can liquidify, right? And then exit the market, basically. So this is kind of messed up, all right? And this is 99% of the crypto out there. It's disgusting. So yeah, take it with a grain of salt, man. This bothers me because I love the space so much, but I can tell you this: crypto will never take fiat forever. I mean, it's never going to happen. Fiat will always exist, unless, at least in our generation. Okay, there was another topic I want to discuss. It's insane. Anyways, take it easy. Report scumbags. Okay, take a stand. Do your part, and I'll see you in the next video.